Hello, it's Marnie Ginsberg here from Reading Simplified, and I've got my star student from our 5-day challenge in November. And at Reading Simplified, it's our mission to help classroom teachers streamline their reading instruction and accelerate their students' reading achievement. And that's exactly what my young friend here did through just one activity in our 5-day challenge, Switch It, in November. But I've gotten to meet with him a couple more times and given him some good activities to do with his mom and dad, and he just keeps accelerating. So I want to show you today how he is doing long vowels already, even though in November he was still struggling to learn to know all of the short vowels. He learned those pretty quickly, and now he's working on long vowels. So it's pretty exciting what he's getting done, and I'm going to show you what a typical 3-part lesson would be for one-on-one and definitely for small groups, because I know that's what most people are doing in their classrooms. But it's easier to see what it looks like with the one-on-one setting. So we're going to start with rereading for fluency. He has previously read this O sound story, Joe and Joan. I think he's read it at least once or twice with his mom. And so we're going to try to reread it today to build up fluency and memorize basically these spellings of the O sound. Okay, you ready to show him what's what? Okay, what's the title?
Okay.
Let's do it together.
Joe.
Good.
Joe.
Uh-huh. And Joe and Oh, is that sound? Joe.
Jill.
This is the girl's name. Joe.
Joan.
Yes, okay. So I'm using this little notched card to try to cover up the sounds that he's not, so that he can blend the first 2 sounds as he goes. All right, Joe and Joan. So we're going to read this story about Joe and Joan. It's probably been a while since you read it, right? Okay, let's see what it says.
I am Joe. I am Jones.
I am Joe.
Joan.
Okay, good.
Will
This is E.
we both
Good.
have soap.
I am Joe. I am Joan. We both have soap. Lots of O sounds here.
We cut
Good.
the soap.
We cut the soap.
Okay. We
First sound?
Both
Good. We both
have boats.
Nice. We both have boats.
We go to the tub.
We go to the tub.
We both float
Nice.
our boats.
We both float our boats.
Go, boats, go.
Yay, what did they do? Tell me what happened in that story.
They floated in the water.
What's they? The people floated?
No, the soap.
The soap. How did the soap float? How did the soap float?
Because
That's just what soap does. You have to. Have you ever tried that? I don't want you to poke your finger with that lead. Okay. So for rereading from fluency, The objective is at his level is to not only memorize the O spellings like the O in Joe and the O in Joan and the O in both, but also to memorize these high frequency words that are in the passage as well. So to get his eyes on print more than I would otherwise, I'm going to model it for him, but have him watch so that he can see it again, and then the next time he reads it, it'll be even easier, okay? So I don't want you to bend that card because this is my special card. Would you use it as a bookmark? Okay, underneath. And you watch as I read. Joe.
Joe.
And Joan. Okay, Joe and Joan. I am Joe. I am Joan. We both have soap. We cut the soap. I want you to say with your eyes where we are. We both have boats. There, they've got their little boats right there, don't they? So now they're headed somewhere else. We go to the tub. We both float our boats. Go, boats, go. Whose boat is winning? Who's that?
Soap.
It says soap. We don't know whose it is. Okay? So if you have any questions, this is an example of rereading for fluency. He's practiced it before. I'm modeling it to him so it's a little easier for him. And now I'm going to ask him to read just a small portion of it so we can keep moving with the lesson. Will you just read 2 boxes for me? This one and this one. Okay?
Wait, this one and that one?
Yeah.
Okay. We both have soap. We cut the soap.
Very nice. So well done. Okay, so now it's time for word work. Yay. And this is Switch It, where he got his start as the star.
Don't need that.
No, you don't? Okay. Let me push the board down a little bit so the camera can see it. And let's start with the word lamp. We need a lamp. Can you make lamp? I don't think you can do it blindfolded.
I can see.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Lamp.
It looks like a snake.
Yep, that's right. Lamp.
No, lamp.
Oh, I like how you heard the sounds. Let's check it. And the whole word is?
Lamp.
Okay, the next word we're going to add, listen. We're going to add a sound, so we need an extra letter. Like clamp. Like I'm going to clamp on the boards together with like some sort of tool. Clamp. Can you make this clamp?
Cool.
We need to add something.
Clamp. There we go.
You've got clap. Clam. No, we need to add. You were right. Clam.
Clamp.
Very good. It's a big one. Look what he did. He's got clamp. Tell me the sounds in clamp. I'm clamping the chair with my fingers. Okay, let's switch it to clump. I got a Oh, that was fast. I got a clump of grass in my shoe. Tell me the sounds. And the word is?
Clump.
Okay. Switch it to plump. Plump. That's kind of full. Like a ripe plump sounds delicious.
Dun, dun, dun.
Flying. Tell me the sounds. And the word is?
Plump.
Okay. Are you ready for the big challenge? We're going to do 2 switches. This is pretty hard. Okay, listen carefully. You have plump. We're going to switch it to blimp. Like a blimp is a balloon in the sky. Blimp. Wow. Do you think you have it?
Yep.
And the thing is?
Blimp.
Wow, that was flying. Okay, so he's really strong here at switch it now. In November, he could not segment 3 sound words. He could not segment like hat, but he's so good now. Woo. Awesome. So that's an example of switch it for a kid who's moving right along, doing great. Last time I saw him, I think it was probably 2 weeks ago, or maybe 10 days. I can't remember exactly. He
10 days probably.
learned the O sound for the first time. And so he did sort it with the O sound. You can hopefully see that to some extent. And now I want to introduce a new sound. Are you ready for the new sound? Okay, so this is word work, and we're doing the E sound.
Oh, we're not doing that again.
No, not the O, but the E, okay?
Oh, wow.
Guess what? There's a key sentence for E, and it is, he sees many of these each year. So I think it's a picture somebody you might recognize. He sees many of these each year. Who is that picture of?
Santa Claus.
What is he seeing? A list something of.
A list of toys.
I think you're right. Look at it. It says he sees many of these each year.
That's toys.
And,
Or maybe children.
I think it's the list of all the toys the children want, maybe. So here we have those E's. Look at this. That goes along with our sentence. He, this E, sees, this E. Yeah, many of these. There's that E that's separated.
Hey,
each
they're
year.
almost the same.
That's
but
right.
that's a space.
Okay, so what we're going to do is read a word and then decide where it goes and say the sounds as we write it.
Are we going to do the whole thing?
No, just maybe one word in each column. Okay?
Okay.
So, what is the first word?
Okay.
This is one sound right here. Shh.
E. Tree. She.
She is happy.
E. Wait, let me see. E by itself?
That's right. So say the sound as you do it. Say the sound. So this is sorted, a way of handling the advanced phonics level. Some of you have been asking about this recently, and so I thought it would be good to show you. Nice. What's the next one? Oh, this is a little more challenging. We'll have to break it up. Try A. That's a B. Babe. That's a B.
Babe.
Babe. And then E.
Baby.
Baby. Do you have a baby in your family? Sort of, right? Where does that, the E in baby? Oh, he found it pretty quickly. Say the sounds. So switch it is really good for the short vowels, but once a kid gets good at that, then they don't need to have that kind of drawn out practice with all these tiles. It just takes a little longer. Right here, he can go straight into reading words at a time, do more in a short period of time, and learn how to handle the advanced vowels. Okay. Let's fix the B, okay? This B is right, but there's not really a B here, so make it babe, E. Baby.
Oh.
There you go. Okay, what's this one? This one's short.
B.
B. How will you be when you're older? So he has to think about where it goes.
It has to go in one of these. It can't go in this one.
It could go in one that we've already done. That's the trick that I'm giving you here. B. Say the sounds.
B. E.
Okay, one more.
Okay. Each. Each.
Very good. So he's able to read it because he knows all of these sounds say E. So it's a scaffolded experiment for him. E. Okay. These. Wow, these are pretty easy for you. These. Where does that go? That's the separated E. And his default is to say sounds now as he writes, which is great. It'll help him be a good speller, besides the good reading. these. Okay, the last one is this one.
That's not the last one, the E.
I'm sorry, I want you to do the next word. It'll be the last one you need to do.
Oh. C.
I see you.
E.
Do you see me?
I see you.
Do you see your dad?
Yes.
I don't know. He might be there. Okay, what was our key sentence for the E sound? He sees many of these each year. Look at all the
toys.
Lists of toys, I bet. Look at all the E's you got. You got this E, he, this E, sees, E. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is not enough practice for him to have memorized these already, but nevertheless, it's a good start. I would have him finish this and practice it again. And in the Reading Simplified Academy, in the Reading Simplified Academy, I have several different sheets so he can do the same E sound but with different word lists. And if he was in the 4th grade and still needed some support, he would have harder E words so that everyone can do this activity and the levels could just increase by the words. So one kid maybe in 2nd grade or 1st grade might have the word every because it's a 3-syllable word. Okay, so he's done O, he's just being introduced to E, and so what we're going to do is have him read an E sound text. How about this one? This one you may have heard before. This one is This Little Piggy. Ooh, it's amazing how hard it is for me to get that to be in a straight line. Okay, are you ready? Let's do it together.
This little piggy.
This little
piggy.
This
piggy.
Oh, that's not quite. This first sound is lit. This little
piggy.
This little piggy
went to the market.
That's what it could say. Let's check what it says. Went to market. This little piggy went to market. Okay.
This little piggy
stayed. I read the small words for him. This little piggy stayed home. And now you see the same O that you already studied.
This little piggy went.
Had what?
Roast.
Nice.
Pig.
This little piggy had roast
beef.
That's right.
Beef. This little piggy had
none.
This little.
Oh, let's check that word again.
And
good.
And this little piggy went.
This little piggy ran.
Wee all the way home.
Awesome. Very good. So what happened to the little piggies?
They got eaten by a wolf.
Oh, you think? I think that was a different one. What happened in this piggy story?
When they all went to the market.
That's right. And
one went wee all the way
home.
Some
got this thing and some got that thing, right?
I'm gonna get you, Daddy.
So that's the third part of a complete lesson, the guided reading. I helped him.
Daddy, I'm gonna get you.
I helped him to read the story and check with comprehension. And now we're going to just fold back around to the beginning of the lesson and do a brief rereading for fluency so he can go out on his own and read this independently. Okay? You ready? Eyes on print. I'm going to read it, and then you get your second turn. Ready? The title is This Little Piggy. This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy ran wee all the way home. Very nice. Okay.
I can read one. Now I can read all of these.
I think that's pretty easy for you to read. Let me hear you. Okay. This little piggy.
This little piggy went to market.
Yes.
This little piggy stayed.
Yep, you got it. Stayed
home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy ran wee all the way home.
Oh my goodness, so good. He didn't make any mistakes and I didn't help him. So that's how rereading for fluency helps. It's even easier when he's got a poem that he may have memorized, but still he was looking at the words and he had to pay attention whether it said ran or went or had or... We're almost done. I have one more task for him to search for these sounds. So not only is he going to do sort it, but then he's going to pay attention to where the E sound is in the words, okay? This is after a long day of kindergarten, so it's hard to pack in so much concentrated effort. So the last thing, and then we'll sign off, is search for the sound.
Search for the sound.
So where are the E sounds in this sentence? This little piggy went to market.
Okay.
Just the E sound, don't get tricked. Oh, that's the O sound. You're remembering the last week. That's not. Let's listen to this one. This little piggy went to market. You're finding the E letter. That's totally right, but that's not what we're listening for now. Listening for the sound. Can you say E? E. Okay. This little piggy went to market. Where's the E in that? Just listen, okay? This little piggy went to market. Did you hear an E?
Yeah.
Where? What word?
I need to
What word?
Wait.
What word?
Right here.
Just tell me the word. This. We're listening for E. Can you say E? E. Okay. This little piggy. Do you hear it in that one?
A-E? I mean E-A?
I don't really want you to worry about the picture or the spelling. I just want you to tell me which word has this sound that's coming out of my mouth. This little piggy.
One of these boxes, right?
It's in several of the boxes, so we just have to listen.
This one. This little piggy went to the market.
But where?
No, this one.
You know what? This is tricky because you're trying to look at this. I'm going to make it easier for you, okay? Say E. E. And stretch it out. E. Okay? So we're going to listen for that sound in the word. It's going to be in one of three words. Okay? Listen. Listen for E. This little piggy.
I know that one.
Which
right there.
is that the E? Where's the E sound?
The third one.
What's that word? The third word was this little piggy. What was the word? Just the word, the whole thing that I'm saying. Was it this, or was it little, or was it piggy? Piggy. And where is the E in piggy? Piggy.
Little piggy. This one.
I'll just circle the E in piggy. Oh my goodness, he got it. And that one's the hardest one because he's probably not thought about E being that letter. Okay.
The rest.
Oh, let's not mark it up. Let's not mark it up just because we want you to be able to read it again. Now, where on our sorted chart would the E and piggy belong? Piggy.
Oh.
That's right. You pointed to the right one. The E as in many. Okay, so this is a great example of how you can squeeze in a lot of instruction in a short amount of time, but you can't overwork your kindergartners after a long day of school, so we're going to call it quits. He did rereading for fluency. You can go play with the ball. Yeah, Nick, you nailed it. He did rereading for fluency of the O sound. Not right now. And he did sort it with CCVCC words. And he did a new sound, E, and he could keep practicing the E sound all week. And he also read for guided reading a passage with E sound and a little review of the O sound. And we started to do search for the sound, but that's tricky for beginners. I think I see someone with the ball. It's tricky for beginners because he's been thinking in terms of letters, and now I'm asking him to think in terms of sound. So that's normal that it was a little bit of a struggle for the first time or maybe the second time, but he will adjust in the next coming weeks and get good at that. So I hope that you can see the power in integrating all of these sub-skills simultaneously. I hope you can see how through challenge, a student is able to accomplish a lot more in a short period of time. He's already done the O sound. He's moving into the E sound, and just just 2 months ago, he didn't know any of the short vowels. So we can really see a student progress when we challenge them, use a few handful of activities that really target sound symbol processing, and have some good fortune with a kid with a lot of motivation. So if you want to know how this whole system fits together, please check out our membership, the Reading Simplified Academy. We're having a discounted early bird price through Tuesday night. It was going to just end tonight, but because I had some difficulties on my end, I'm going to extend it through Tuesday night, midnight Eastern Standard Time. So you'll get a discount of over 10% through Tuesday night. And you'll also get access to a bonus of an entire website of over 2.5 hours, over 2 hours of video professional development on the Switch It activity that's from our 5-day challenge from last week, if you were involved in that. And not only do you get the video, but you get a little mini ebook that's a collection of all the daily email training. So that's a value of $97. We'll be selling it later, but you can get it free if you become a member now and lock in your low rates. So thanks for showing up. And if you have a question after the fact, I'll be checking this post and we'll answer your questions. Again, it's Marnie Ginsberg from Reading Simplified.